Live.
It's on my end. It's just setting up.
No, it's streaming. It says I can see you here.
Okay. So
Check on your phone. Go onto your phone. Check.
Yes, I see me. Okay. Awesome. So hello.
Hey.
So let's start with introducing ourselves. So let's share this out as well. So if anybody's watching and they would like to share, we can just give them a minute to do that. So I'm going to do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so my name is Robin Jardine. I own Robin's Healing. So welcome. I am having a chat with my friend Derek O'Shea, who is a energy healer and transformative coach. So Derek, you're more than welcome to introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek O'Shea, and I am a Theta healer and a transformational coach. And I help heart-centered entrepreneurs and people in business to release their subconscious limitations so that they can become more visible in the world, so that they can share their gifts with the world, feeling fully confident in themselves, their mission, and really feeling worthy of just having that dream life and business that they desire.
Amazing. So, what is your superpower?
My superpower. Okay, so I would say that my superpower, my zone of genius really with the clients that I work with is really just getting to the root, finding what's at the root of my clients' limitations. So basically finding where they started from. And 99 times out of 100, it always goes back to childhood. So what I'm amazing at is finding out where it all started from, pinpointing those experiences, those traumas from way back then that have created the limitations, and really just clearing the blocks away, like releasing all the unhealthy patterns that have been holding them back from moving forward in their life, and their business, and creating the success and the happiness that they truly desire. Okay, so in a nutshell, my superpower is really just getting to the root of my clients' limitations and healing them from there, and creating just epic instantaneous transformation, like, and fast. It's very, very fast. That's the thing about theta healing, that it creates epic results and really, really fast, like instant.
Okay, so when you say instant, do you mean like right away, or
Well,
can it take time?
well, I mean, it can be both, but the majority of the time we're creating the transformation instantaneously. I mean, my clients usually feel it straight after the session, like whatever we're working on, when we get to the root and release the trauma, the limiting beliefs associated, they generally feel it instantaneously. And then what will happen is they'll notice the changes starting to happen in their lives, like across the next 2 days. Like, it will have that ripple effect. It will just create transformation across a lot of areas of their lives, because when we're doing this, we're really just releasing all the unhealthy patterns that were holding everything in place. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you say unhealthy patterns, maybe what's an example of an unhealthy pattern, just for some people?
So an unhealthy pattern, I mean, there's millions, but like, here's the thing, everyone has their own story, everyone has their own experiences, and it's very unique to each individual. But I'll just give you an example. So let's just say you have somebody that they want to have an impact in the world with their business, but they have this fear of being seen. They have this deep underlying fear of being seen. Okay, so they want to create change. They want to share their message, share their gifts with the world, but they know they're afraid to actually be seen with what they're doing. They have this fear. Okay, so a lot of the times this is going to come from a childhood issue. And let me give you an example. So let's just say you were the kid that, let's just say you were very different as a kid, like, and this can cause you to kind of maybe be like labeled out, like singled out, maybe bullied for it, or maybe just treated differently because you're so different, right? So that would send you messages like it's wrong to be different, it's not safe to be who I am, etc. Things like that. So here's the unhealthy pattern. Therein lies the trauma and the beliefs. And basically, the unhealthy pattern is this person will subconsciously, a lot of the time, they won't even be conscious of it, but they'll subconsciously hold themselves back from being seen in the world for basically for fear of being singled out, being bullied, attacked, being rejected, all that stuff. So what's happening is their subconscious is keeping them safe, but it's really an unhealthy pattern because it's not allowing them to really reach the levels that they want to and be seen by the people that they want to and really to shine in the world. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So I know you did a little bit of inner child work on me, and it was pretty amazing. So,
Yeah.
would you say that this is good for people that have had a lot of trauma, or is this for like just your everyday person?
I mean, it can be for everyone. Okay, so here's the thing with trauma. When we talk about the trauma that you suffer as a child, like when you go through as a child, it depends what you define trauma as, because there can be big traumas and then there can be traumas like that are just as simple as being rejected or being told no as a child. That's a trauma to a young child. So when I say trauma, I mean these experiences, these negative life experiences that you have as a child that actually affect like the way that you feel about yourself and your sense of identity. So it really is for everyone. And a lot of my clients usually aren't consciously aware of the ways that they're holding themselves back. And what I can do with my clients is, and what I'm amazing at, is really figuring out what exactly it is that is holding them back. Like, so I'm able to take my clients back and figure it out where it's coming from, where it's stemming from, even if they're not consciously aware of it. So basically, to answer your question, it can be for everyone. Like we've all had stuff that we've gone through, like as children. I mean, I think it's it's almost impossible to escape childhood unscathed. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think being vulnerable, I guess, is probably the most difficult thing for people in general as an adult, because of, yeah, when they were almost taught when they were vulnerable at a younger age that, almost like bad things happened, I feel like. So it's like people over time, people start to close up and build those walls up, and it's like they don't necessarily have the tools as to how to break those walls down in a safe way, right? So I feel like what you do is you teach people how to break those walls down in a safe way so that they can permanently keep them down and
Yes.
feel like happier and more whole and more joyful.
It's what it's really about is that sense of freedom, the freedom that you feel from actually releasing those patterns and the limitations that you've been holding on to since childhood. So that's a big part of it, just feeling the release, the freedom, and then being able to just move forward with a new belief, like a new positive belief.
Mm. And do you think that people who have like anxiety and depression can cure their anxiety and depression by doing this
Yes.
type of work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes is the answer. I mean, when I started doing this type of work, okay, so when I started doing theta healing, okay, firstly, I'm just going to explain to everyone what theta healing is, because this is the main modality that I use with my clients. So theta healing is an energy healing technique which allows us to release negative subconscious beliefs, which what I've been talking about. So it allows us to release them from the subconscious mind and replace them. Okay. So replace them with more positive and empowering beliefs that will really assist you in moving forward. Okay. In creating whatever it is you desire in life, creating the happiness you want or the success that you want with this. Okay. And what else we can do with theta healing is we can teach you new positive feelings. Okay. So we can teach you how to feel happier, how to feel joy, how to feel um, successful at what you do, how to live life without feeling like something bad is going to happen. These are just examples, but they're feelings, okay? So it's like, if you, here's the thing, okay? This is talking about like the law of attraction. So I'm going to get real kind of spiritual right now. So if you don't know, if you don't know what something feels like, you can't attract it into your life. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you know the law of attraction. So we think about what we want, and we really feel into it, and then that's us trying to manifest it basically by really visualizing and feeling into it. But if you don't know what it feels like to have a successful, let's just say a successful business,
Mhm.
or if you don't know what it feels like to feel comfortable or safe having money. That's just a random one that came to my head. If you don't know what that feels like, you're not going to be able to attract that experience into your life. So that's why theta healing is so transformational and phenomenal, that we can teach our clients what A, B, and C feel like, whatever it is they desire, as well as doing the deep subconscious work.
So, do you give people like, I don't want to say homework, but do you, is there anything you recommend for people like in between their sessions, or like, I know drinking water is really important, but like, is there something that you recommend people do to keep encouraging that for things to stay that way?
Yes. So here's the thing. So we do the energy work, we do the deep healing work, okay, which is phenomenal. That's like the guts of the transformation. However, it is important for the client to to practice, like to consciously practice like their new ways of being. So let's just say if you're working on, if I'm working with clients on having boundaries and increasing their boundaries, okay, so that's just an area that I work in. They can't, they need, when they get off the call with me, as well as just looking after themselves and paying attention to all the changes that may be happening, they still need to practice having boundaries with people.
Right.
It won't just happen. Like, you need to still consciously put things into place. Like, you have to have the conscious pieces, like you have to choose to do things, like, so you have to practice putting boundaries in place, like, and then saying no to people, etc. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it sounds like there's like a big awareness piece that you create with people. So it's really about, not only are you shifting like their energy and their mindset, but they're becoming more aware and clear of what it is that they're looking to attract
Yes.
to. So like, because I know for myself, because I do theta healing too, manifesting, like you were talking about money, you can't manifest money if you don't understand like what that looks like and feels like in your energetic
In your
body.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you do a lot of manifesting work too, or is it a lot of clearing?
I mean, I mainly do the deep healing work, but like whenever I feel called to it,
Yeah.
like I'll just get my clients to just work on manifesting, like visualizing what it is that they desire. But when you do the deep, when you release the deep subconscious beliefs that are actually preventing you from actually having those things that you want or going for it, the rest can just happen more naturally. That's what I found when I started using theta healing for myself, was that when I do this, the deep subconscious work, okay, what happens is everything else starts to come to me so much more easier, and then it's my job on top of that to just keep like to still take action on things. But what I'm saying is, when you do the deep subconscious work and clear the limiting beliefs, all that other stuff will just start to unfold and start to happen for you a lot easier, which is
Yes,
magical.
that's well said, because you're saying you don't really have to do manifesting work, because by making the change in your present life, anything to do with the past,
Yeah,
you're basically setting yourself up naturally for success, like you were saying, law of
yes.
attraction stuff, because now all of a sudden you have that clarity of like where you want to go. And I like that you said that the action steps is really like, you once you know where you want to go, it becomes so much easier to act, right? Like, or when you understand the energy of something, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't realize that it was like that. Well, in that case, this is much easier than I thought it was, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and here's the thing with like with manifesting, okay? So I never manifested before I did theta healing. I wasn't like very spiritual until I actually found theta healing. But when you want to manifest something, you can manifest it a million times quicker when you do theta healing work. So think about what you want to manifest and then work on releasing any beliefs or energies that actually prevent you from creating that or believing that you can have that. And then, as long as it's your desire to actually have that thing, when you release any beliefs, any negative beliefs that are in the way of that coming in, it just comes more naturally.
I
So manifesting becomes so much more easier and natural when you do this type of work.
that makes I feel like that makes so much more sense for someone
Mm.
that doesn't know what a session involves. So could you recommend, how could you maybe encourage someone to come to you? Like, you talked about your superpower, but like, I guess, who are your ideal clients, or who are you looking to attract, because that's important too.
Yeah, so I love to work with heart-centered entrepreneurs and people in business, okay, that really want, they really desire to make an impact in whatever they're doing and create success and really reach a lot of people, okay? But then what's stopping them from actually doing that is their beliefs, okay? So things that I suggested to you, like, so there are visibility blocks, like, so the fear of being seen, or not being able to feel at ease in your own skin,
Mm.
you know um they may have boundary issues, like, say, so they may not know how to switch off from their work or their business. They maybe just go go go, and they may have beliefs like you have to sacrifice in order to be successful, or you have to work really really hard in order to make money, beliefs like that. So that's a boundary issue. And then people like that will find themselves overworked and reaching burnout. So I really love to help people like that just get out of that kind of energy, and identify all the limiting beliefs that are just preventing them from really moving forward with their goals in their work and their business. Um, I tend to help a lot of people with, you know, patterns of lack and scarcity. So improving their money mindset and just really increasing their capacity to receive more, receive more clients, money, success, etc. So then when they can do this with ease, they're getting their work and their message out there to the world, and it's having an impact then on a global
And
scale.
and would you say a lot of people are obviously, you're looking to attract these people because there are a lot of those people. Would you say that these days that there are a lot of people that are blocked in those areas of how close?
Yes. I
Yes.
mean, are you?
Well, the boundaries piece, As soon as you're talking about all this stuff, I'm like, oh, so me?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone out there has their own stuff to work through, you know? It doesn't matter where you are, like what level you're at,
Mhm.
like at what you're doing, like there's always going to be those blocks that come up that are going to prevent you from getting to your next level, okay? So like it's what I'm here to do is really help support those people, you know, hold space for them and help them to really break through the limitations so that they can get there with ease.
Yeah, and I like that you keep saying ease because I feel like, and this is just a
The
feeling.
belief.
Yeah, I feel like people um, don't take the leap of faith to try something like this, often because they're scared. And it's funny because the whole point is to release that. But
Yeah.
when you're doing it with ease, then all of a sudden it's not that you're carrying the person for them as much as it is, like you said, you're holding space for them and you're making it and you're doing it in an easy way. So it's like, because I think some people are so used to living in that fear state that they see it, everything is kind of like scary and negative. Whereas it's like, if you take the leap of faith and try it and it feels good, that's when it's like, oh my God, this is so addicting because it feels so good. It's like bathing for your first time in hot water or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know that feeling, like you've had it, you've experienced it, like that feeling that you get after you have a theta healing session when you get to the root of something and just release it.
Oh,
Like that feeling at the end of a session is just so addictive and so good, you know? So good for your energy.
and do you think, because I like the feeling of things being easy because it
Me
absolutely,
too. Oh my God.
pardon?
Me too. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's the best part is like, oh my God, something is,
Having things with ease. Yes.
yeah, because it's almost like then everything in your life starts to become a magnet for you and it's all like positive stuff. So it's like you're not attracting all that negative stuff that you essentially were carrying within your own self, right? And then blaming
Yeah.
everybody else for. So you become more accountable, I find, for your actions too. Do you find that?
Yes, totally.
Mhm.
100%.
And it's not like a heavy accountability feeling of like, I need to be harder on myself. It's like the opposite. You're like, as I said, you're more aware. I find you become more aware in the session, and you become even more aware out of the session because you start
Yeah.
to you start
Just,
to notice your patterns of behaviors
yeah.
a bit better.
But
Like,
what's even more amazing is when you do this type of work, when you start to notice, when you're out in your everyday life or in your business, and you really start to notice how different you're feeling.
mhm,
Like you'll notice something will happen and you'll be like, oh my God, this usually triggers me. And
mhm.
I feel totally okay with it now. It's like it's not an issue anymore. That's where the transformation is. That's the magic. Like, so yeah, it's just epic, like
It
the
is.
transformation you get.
And it's one of those things that you can talk about forever, but until people actually try it, then it's just a conversation.
Mm,
And all we're really doing is educating people, right? To get onto your platform, because that's a big part of theta healing is, like, I would say, lack of education. That's why not there aren't as many people doing it right now, because it feels like it's still this new thing here in Canada anyway. So it's like the more we get out and share this stuff, like share it on other people's platforms, the more people are going to start to maybe see it and recognize it as something that is worth investing in, right? Uh,
yes.
so how can people find your platform and contact?
I will share all the links to my Facebook and my Instagram in the comments below. I'll also share the link to book a complimentary transformational breakthrough call with me of anyone that is interested in maybe the possibility of us working together. I would love to connect with them. So I'll share all those in the comments at the end. But I was thinking maybe for anyone that's watching, I could just give people a taste of theta healing and just give some downloads.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. So for anyone watching, so I've literally just was guided to do this, and I'm just gonna go with what comes, and I'll just keep it very short. But for everyone watching, just keep your eyes closed. Just close your eyes. And in order to receive these downloads, these healings, all you have to do is say yes out loud whenever I ask, okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah? Okay, so everybody, would you like to know what it feels like to love and accept yourself unconditionally? Can we teach you all what this feels like and show you that it's possible?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's just release any fear, any emotions or feelings or energies that you're carrying right now that maybe don't even belong to you and that are just no longer serving you. Can we just release them all from your energy and space right now? If you'd like that, just simply say yes. Okay, and would you like to know what it feels like to be seen in the world for your work, for your soul's purpose, for your life's mission, and feel safe? Can we show you that it's safe for you to be seen and share your gifts with the world? And would you like to know what it looks like and feels like when you do this? Let's show you that you're worthy and deserving of having the success, having the life and the happiness that you desire, that you're fully worthy and deserving and capable of achieving this. And can we show you exactly what is possible for you and how fast you can achieve this? And let's just show you what it looks like and feels like to have ease in your daily life, in your business, in your career. Can we show you what that looks like and feels like that it's possible for you? And then just feeling called to release this. But anybody that is holding the belief that life is hard or that life is supposed to be hard, can we just release that? Show you the truth about that? Let's teach you what it feels like to create success with ease. Can we? Let's show you that it can be fun as well. Let's open you up to just all the fun that is available to you, all the joy and fun that's available to you in life right now, in your business. And let's just show you that it can be fun. And let's just really just open you up to allow yourself to experience that, can we? Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to finish now by just sending just a healing that's unique to everyone watching or listening, and what's a healing specific to them, and just send it to every part of their body and every area of their life now in the highest and best possible way, can we? Okay, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Nice.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah, it just makes me feel like I'm so much more peaceful.
Me too. I feel like that after, to be honest.
And it feels like I'm in a different place when I come out of it. So is there like a time frame do you find that's best for this? Like for people, morning, nighttime, or anytime?
Anytime. I just don't recommend doing it when you're driving a car. That's it.
Yeah,
Because you may fall asleep.
yeah. It is kind of like almost like a meditation, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's ideal to do it. The best time to do it is when you have space to be alone, where you're not distracted by other things.
Yes.
That's pretty sure that's a given. But no one would show up to a session while they're trying to cook their dinner and look after all the kids.
You'd be surprised. I'm working on my ideal clients, but I'll do that on my own private conversation. And if people want to come over onto my Robin's Healing platform as well at 2 p.m. Atlantic time, I'm going to be doing free readings over there every Wednesday for the month of November. So if you would like Derek as well, like if you want a little card reading or just a little channeled message, it's called Ask Questions. So it can be related to your business, it could be related to a relationship, it doesn't matter. It's just an opportunity to kind of get like for people that just feel like they need that little mini answer. It's perfect once a week. So yeah, just want to share that. And is there anything else you wanted to say before we take off?
Just thank you for having me. It's been amazing. Yeah.
It always is. Everybody loves you, so that's why I picked you to do the first interview. So for people that don't know, I'm going to be interviewing people every Wednesday up until mid-December. So yeah, thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
I adore you. So hopefully people will run over to your stuff and at least start liking and sharing things on your page. So if they're not coming at least for a session, that they're contributing to helping other people, that friends and family that they might know that do want to. Sound good?
Yeah, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks everyone for watching.
Okay. Bye.
Just working on my tech here. Here?
You're still streaming to Facebook.
Okay, I'm just working on that.
Okay, I'm gonna share my stuff in the comments then, okay?
Okay.
I'll chat with you in a bit, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.